Okay, so I've been playing Titanfall for like a couple of years now, and I've just gotten really good to it to the point where I can confidently form an opinion that I feel like a lot of people would agree with. And so, yeah, so the thing about Titanfall is that there are a lot of ways to play it. That's just what I love about Titanfall. There's so many ways you could approach it. You know, you got playing Titans, you got playing pilots, you got playing OBJ, you got the Gauntlet, you got campaign, you got frontier defense. There's so many different ways to approach it, and it's just, I truly do believe it is a game for everyone. But unfortunately, when you get games that offer a lot of playstyles, you get people that might not play the way that you're expecting, or might not be optimal for the most fun for to play against. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be going over, those kind of people today, the most annoying people who I match up against. Now these people are just, the people I'm going to be listing in this list are just so goddamn annoying, like just unimaginably more annoying than even me, believe it or not. And I am the most toxic Titanfall player known to mankind. I didn't even know that was possible. So yeah, these guys are just so annoying. Like imagine you're eating breakfast, right? And some dude comes up onto your table, drops down his pants, and squeezes out a fiber-induced rock hard turd and drops it right into your bowl of Lucky Charms. That is what these people are doing to this game. That's essentially how I view them. So yeah, without further ado, let's go right into this list, gamers. Okay, gamers, so for the first entry on this super epic gamer list that I just genuinely feel like has to be on here are people who still think Tone is overpowered. Now, these people, they're at the bottom of this list is because they don't really annoy me as much, but it still does get pretty aggravating when I still see on Titanfall Reddit, or whenever I go into Xbox parties, people still complaining about Tone, when the fact of the matter is she really is not that overpowered anymore. Like, the types of people later on this list will actually make me much more aggravated than these. Like, the people who I will add later on to this list will just tickle my butthole just differently than the way people who think Tone is overpowered do. But yeah, the fact another thing as to why these people are lower on the list is because I also kind of understand where they're coming from, because a lot of these people might be returning from previous eras of the game where Tone most certainly was overpowered, but that's just not the case anymore. Tone is definitely much better than she used to be, and the fact of the matter is, it just gets old seeing people complain about Tone who are still on the Tone hate bandwagon. It's actually really annoying seeing people do like that. But again, not nearly as annoying as the people who I'll be adding later on into this list. So yeah. Okay, so coming in at number 9 on the most annoying people who play Titanfall are actually people who ADS way too much. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Nick, this makes absolutely no sense adding this onto the list. You are so stupid for adding this onto the list. I am so angry that you added this onto the list. My nipples are rock hard. I'm going to go to your house and I'm going to dab on your pet turtle for adding this onto the list. Well, guess what, you epic gamer, Cheeto dust covered gamer. I just don't like people who ADS. I genuinely believe that it is the most annoying thing to die to. Just kidding, no it's not. But I might be exaggerating a little, but it's still pretty annoying seeing people who are ADSing when this game offers such amazing hipfire. But also another thing is that ADS is incredibly broken when it does work. It doesn't work for every situation, but the situations where it does work, it works so well, and it's so annoying seeing people just look down their stupid HCOG Ranger sights or their holographic red enemy spotter sights with built-in thermal radiation detectors, and yeah, it's not fun. It's really not fun. So that's my mentality for people who ADS. So yeah, let's get into the next part. Okay, so coming in at number 8 are people who don't play OBJ players. Now, you'll find out later on in the list, this actually ties in really strongly to the number 1 position on this list, but we'll get into that later. But for now, I just feel like this is a separate category in its own right. But yeah, people who don't play OBJ and just solely focus on getting lots of kills are just oh my lord, they're the reason you lose matches. They're the reason why you don't play any other game mode other than PvP, attrition, or Titan Brawl, or whatever it may be. But yeah, it's just like there's a reason OBJ is called OBJ, because it's the objective, the thing you're supposed to be doing, not going for kills. I mean, yeah, it's good to get kills. Everyone loves getting kills, but seriously, there are other ways, there are other things you should be doing that are much more pressing than getting kills, such as, playing the OBJ. But yeah, that's just. I would place them again. I would place these kinds of players higher on this list because they just annoy me so much. It's just that the other people on this list, they just, oh my god, they grind my gears so badly. Like, I'm about to become the next Peter Griffin. I'm gonna come out of your TV and I'm gonna strangle your children because I'm just so angry. They just grind my gears so badly. All right. Anyways, yeah, let's get on to the next list. Okay, so coming in at number 7 are PC players who make fun of console users because they have aim assist. Okay, so first off, we get it. You're a Kraber edgelord on PC. We get it. You're so amazing. Wow, I'm just coming out my nipples and like my toes are just curling at how good you are at Kraber. So, but the fact of the matter is, a large majority of PC users have probably never actually used a controller without aim assist. Let me tell you, it's pretty hard. I know there are people out there who have actually mastered it, gotten down to a science, but for the rest of us, it's actually pretty hard. And the fact of the matter is, I feel like PC users need to tone it down with how much they complain about controllers having aim assist because, we kind of need it. Yeah, there you go. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand how fun it is to use mouse and keyboard. Like mouse and keyboard offers so many more ways to play the game. Like it allows for easier hip fire, which you all know I'm big about that. It also allows, like I said, you to use the Kraber much easier. And so yeah, it's just also because of the different inputs, directional inputs, it's just, yeah, it's easier for movement as well. So that's just it, in my opinion. Mouse and keyboard it's good. I truly do believe this game is much better on mouse and keyboard. But the fact of the matter is, PC users need to stop making fun of console players for using aim assist, because it's really hard to do it without it on a controller. So yeah, let's get into the next part of this list. Okay, so coming in at number 6 for the most annoying types of players are people who use meme weapons, but get mad at other people for using guns that actually work with real guns. Now, these people are just so unimaginably annoying. Like, we get it. You're different. You're special. You're quirky. I know, you use your grenadiers, you use the snipers. But believe it or not, other people they just want to play the game. They want to play the game the way they want to. They just want to have a casual time. And the fact of the matter is, by you complaining about other people using guns that actually work, it gets genuinely annoying. Isn't that the reason why you use special guns? To challenge yourself, to go up against people who are using real guns? Isn't that the whole point? So why are you complaining about people who are using who are using real guns? It makes no sense. It really truly does not. Like, I get it. People use Spitfire G2, they're annoying. Like, I really wish people would not use those. But the other guns, like the CAR, the R series, the Flatline, the just the normal guns, it's just, I don't know why people would just get mad at people for using those. They're just normal guns used by normal people who just want to play the game the way the devs intended. So, yeah, there's that. Anyways, let's move on to number 5. Okay, so coming in at number 5 are people who stack Titans. Now, what is stacking Titan? That's when multiple people, like 3 or more people, use the same Titan on one team. Now, this is so annoying. I can't explain why. It's just so annoying, and it gets so redundant having to go up against the same exact Titan that every single game. And it's just, yeah, I would rather the team diversify up their play style, That'd be super cool. What's it called? What's the rule? It's called Highlander Titans. Yes, that's the Highlander Titan rule that everyone has to use a different Titan. That's cool. I wish everyone would do that. I wish Respawn would employ that because it's fun to go up against a team of diverse Titans. It's fun. But when everyone's using the same Titan, it gets so annoying. Well, except for maybe Legion. If the entire team's using Legion, you all know where I'm going. It actually kind of is fun when the entire team is using Legion. But other than that, the other 6 Titans, please just stop. It's so annoying. If you see someone using the same Titan as you, yeah, take heed. But if you see multiple people using the same Titan as you, just change it up for the sake of the sanity of the enemy team. Yeah, just be the bigger person. Anyways, number 4. Okay, so here we go. Coming in at number 4, we have people who thirst pilots when you're in a Titan. Oh my god, guys, please grow up. Just stop going after pilots when you're in a Titan when there are other things to do. Like, now, okay, killing pilots as a Titan, that overall I don't have problems with. Like, if there's nothing better to do, like, there's no other Titans to shoot at, go ahead, shoot at your pilots, get those kills, you know. But if there's another Titan that's shooting at you and you're going after the pilots, that is just so annoying. Like, seriously, focus on the Titan that's shooting at you, please, for the love of God. It's so annoying when I'm just trying to do my thing. I don't want to have anything to do with Titan engagements, right? I'm just slide hopping, shooting my car, getting lots of grunt kills because, you know, that's the only thing I can get, grunt kills. But and then a Titan just comes out of nowhere. It just tries to focus on me when it should be focusing on my friendly who's shooting at it. It's just, oh my god, wow, please just stop thirsting pilots. We all know you're so pathetic and you need to get as many kills as possible, but seriously, there just gets to a point where it just stops becoming cool when you focus on pilots and it just starts becoming just genuinely depressing and pathetic. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, number 3. Okay, before I get into number 3, I would just like to point out that this is an opinion-based list, and I know a lot of you people are going to say, why is this not at number 1? But just hear me out. Okay, so number 3, people who camp with Cloaking Spitfire. These people are just so unimaginably annoying. Like, imagine you're just walking along the sidewalk, right? And then someone comes out and he tickles your butthole, right? But he has Cheeto dust covered fingernails, right? And he is also wearing a My Little Pony t-shirt, and and you can see his big flabby titties poking out through his My Little Pony t-shirt. These are the people who camp with Cloaking Spitfire. Like, these people just, I don't even think these people even have a consciousness. Like, are these people like actual genuine people with human thoughts, or are they just actual robots? Like, and the funny thing is, they don't even try to change up their play style. They just camp with Cloaking Spitfire, the most broken gun in the game, and they just stand still like a freaking boy in a wheelchair trying to run a marathon. It's just genuinely so annoying, and it's so pathetic seeing them do this. It's just, I can't comprehend how annoying these people are. But at the same time, the next 2 people on this list, oh my god, they're even more annoying. So much more annoying. But these people, oh, they're way up there. So yeah. Anyways, just stop camping with Cloaking Spitfire. Change it up. Move. Just hold forward. You don't even have to wall run. Just hold forward, and I will instantly respect you more. So yeah, that's Cloaking Spitfire users. Anyways, number 2. Okay, and coming in at number 2, we have good players who use the R series rifles. Now, I know I said later on before that R series is just a normal gun. Well, to a certain extent, it's a normal gun that I'm fairly okay with other players using. But when the good players pick up the R series rifles, it just becomes a nightmare to go up against them because the R series just fits the elite play style so goddamn well. Like, it can't compare to how well the car fits the elite playstyle. When it's just, our series just allows elite players to go from just good tier to just nightmare tier, and it's just so annoying. Now, if you're a lower level player, then yeah, go ahead. Like I said, use the R series rifles. I don't really care if you're trying to get up there. But once you start getting up and you think you're actually really good, like, I just stop using the R series rifles. Like, if you are a good player and you use the R series rifles, then you're not a good player. You're an annoying player, and you're just generally shitting on the general Titanfall population. because you're using a gun that fits your playstyle so goddamn well. And when I mean so goddamn well, I mean so amazingly well. Like, the R series rifles, it has the hip fire of the car while having the ADS of the frickin' Spitfire. It's just off the goddamn charts, while having the DPS of just slightly less than the Spitfire, actually. So there's that. And so that's just why I think the R series rifle is just, it's not good. It's not good for a newer player, for good players to use. So yeah, if you're a good player, if you're dropping those constant 30 bombs, switch to the car SMG, for the love of God. It's just, it's not fun. It's not impressive seeing elite pilots use the frickin' R series rifles. Speaking of pilots, let's get into number one. Okay, and here we go, the moment we've all been waiting for. The most annoying people who play Titanfall. Now, these people are so unimaginably annoying. They are just enshrouded in annoyingness that just thinking about them sends vibrations, sends me shivering, and I just come collapsing down like a human Jenga tower. Like, that's what these people do to me. And the fact of the matter is, we have to discuss this because this is becoming a prominent issue. Alright guys, number one, we have pilot means. Okay, so now don't get me wrong, I'm sure, as you may know by the gameplay that I've been showing you guys over these pre-recordings, it's you can tell I'm a pilot me myself. I haven't called down my Titan at all during this gameplay, and the fact of the matter is, despite that, I fully admit that these pilot mains out here in Titanfall are without doubt the most annoying people ever. Like, across all the video games, across all the groups of people who play those video games, there is no group of people that is more enshrouded in arrogance, ego, and self-absorptivity than frickin' pilot mains in Titanfall 2. Like, these people are so unimaginably arrogant that that if you were to go ask each individual one, they will say that they are the best player ever, and that they're just so goddamn amazing at this game that you should just bow down and start kissing their boots, and you should just rip off your clothes and cover yourself in oil and just sacrifice yourself to a volcano because of how amazing they are at Titanfall. And that's just... And so yeah, and I know this because I am friends with pilot mains. I understand how they think. I don't know why they think this way. I am a pilot main myself, and I don't even know why I think this way. I contribute to this very much as well. I very much fit the definition of an egotistical pilot main, and I don't even know why this happens. Now, there's a lot of speculation as to why pilot mains are this way, and the fact of the matter is that's just a video for another time, which I might get into, but that's besides the point. Like, so what do I mean by this? By egotistical, arrogant, self-absorptivity? Well, aside from what I just listed, pilot mains have this thing called pilot's ego, where all they focus on is pilots, and that's the thing. To these people, to people like me, there are only pilots. There's no such thing as grunts. There's no such thing as titans. There's no such thing as OBJ. There's no such thing as capture flag. It's just kill pilots. And that's how this earlier I said people who don't play OBJ is going to it's going to line up really easily with the number one. That's how, because that's like, if someone's not playing the OBJ, chances are they're a goddamn pilot main and they're focusing only on pilot kills. That's just how these people work. It's so hilarious. Like, have you ever lost a game and you see someone at the top of the leaderboard who didn't focus on Titans? All they got were pilot kills. You can thank them, because all they focused on were pilot kills. They didn't focus on the Titans. They didn't focus on the grunts. They just wanted to get pilot kills. Like, pilot's ego is the reason why people lose matches, and it gets really goddamn annoying. And the worst part is there's nothing I can do about it, because I myself also suffer from intense pilot's ego. It's so depressing. I know. And the best part is, the funny part about this is that I can name so many people who fit this description so perfectly. So yeah, our pilot main's just so unimaginably annoying to the point where I want to rip out my eyeballs and feed them to my dog. Yes, that is true, but the fact of the matter is I'm a pilot main myself, and a large majority of my friends are pilot mains, and I'm very close to them, and I love them all to death. So yeah, there's that. I hold nothing against pilot mains. This is just my opinion, and I'm not one to hate someone because they're annoying. Believe me, I'm the most toxic person on this game. I know I am. And so yeah, that's just because I think these people are annoying, that doesn't necessarily mean that I hate them. So yeah, because once again, I'm not one to judge someone on that. And I love all you guys for coming out. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.